Welcome to Market Like a Hot Shot, episode 36. James Feudo's in the house.
Jeff D. We're just coming off of another night of Venture Café.
And lots of kombucha.
Yeah, and they had plenty of it last night. I only had one. Did you have more than
I
one?
tapped the whole keg. You see they emptied it? It was all because of me.
Yeah.
My gut health is amazing.
It's good. That stuff does wonders for you. The only thing is I wish they had like something to go with it because
Like caviar?
or no, I'm thinking even like bread.
Bread?
Slice of white bread
Yeah,
because
that
like
defeats the purpose.
well, what happened is I was actually talking to somebody last night, and then it's like I was sipping my kombucha,
Yeah.
and then it's like it went down, and it's like hold on, sorry, because
it's the ginger. It's the ginger does
Yeah,
your throat. But speaking of health, I heard we have a hot shot challenge.
Oh yeah, I know you've been on my case, and we talked about this on the ride home last night.
Yeah.
Is that I haven't yet gone to the gym. You've given me those 2 passes.
There we go. When did I give him the passes? Like 2 months ago?
Yeah, New Year's.
Yeah.
Right around New Year's,
New Year's
and
resolution. Here we are, almost mid-February.
I know. So,
we'll
this is actually in conjunction with we've got actually a pretty cool announcement that we get to make today.
Mm-hmm.
This is breaking news. Is that Market Like a Hot Shot live, part 33 and a third.
33. That's thrice. That's thrice.
We have it scheduled. It's going to be on April 8th of 2026. So if you're watching it past that, you go and fast forward to probably episode 40 something.
40 whatever, yeah.
It'll be on there. But yeah, so one of the things that we were talking about is I have a goal where I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds between now and then.
That's the Hotshot Spring challenge.
That is the Hotspot Spring challenge. So
your next live event, man, you got some work to do.
I do. I have a lot of work to do.
Early February. Our live event is April 8th, a couple months from now. You're going to step on that stage. I think we're going to have a scale right there, right next to all
to
the
see
months.
how as you were a wrestler in high school as well. So like I still weigh, in fact, Credit Card Rob, our good buddy CCR, first thing he told me when I way back, the first time you and I actually met in person for real as friends, he was like, oh yeah, when you see Jeff DeSocio, he's like, he's this workout king. He's going to be like the stacked dude. And you are. I mean, like he's like, he's got all these muscles because he works out. And it's true. We were joking about this last night, but
I freaked them out when I had my shirt off down in Florida.
Yeah. And you have my name on the sunscreen that you guys did, which is hilarious. But no, so kind of getting into this is that, I decided it's time for me to really take this seriously.
Especially at our age. You got to be healthy.
And I've been working too many hours and not working out during that time, so we're going to fix that.
Yeah, like I one of the programs I market is Go Trim, right? It's all about, it's all about your diet.
Absolutely.
You gotta like cut out the bread, dairy, sugar. You gotta exercise 3 to 5 days a week, and good supplementation.
Right.
Like good delivery system, like isotonics, it's my favorite. But it's also mindset.
That's critical.
How many people at the gym have you met that are miserable? They're all nice. They may grunt a little bit when they have some big weights, but
it's not fun when you're trying to get through that 20, 30 minutes on the treadmill or whatever you're doing.
So this is another real tip, and we'll move into our topic of the week.
Yeah.
There's more to life than the treadmill. So if you're in your your 40s, 50s, even your 30s, implement a strength training program with weights.
Right.
Because what that does is builds up your joints and strengthens you're not going to have ACL injuries if you have a nice strong calf. So you want to have some strength training as well as the cardio with the good diet, good supplementation and mindset. And we're gonna check this out. So I'm gonna bring this up each episode where you are.
You're gonna ask me how much I weigh. So should we start at what my weight is now?
Do you want to tell us in public?
I don't mind. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall and I'm 220 pounds right now.
All right, so you should be.
My goal is to get to 200 by then.
200. All right. So this week we're going to talk about writing like a hot shot.
One of my favorite topics.
Because marketing is all about content. At the end of the day.
Move your mic up just a little bit.
Yeah. So sorry about this, but you got when it comes to blogging, email marketing, and etc. even in your website, writing, content, your website, your call to action on your website. It's all very important stuff, right? So we're flipping the script. We talked about little funnels, we talked about go to market and those dreaded two letters, AI.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about something a little more, something every marketer, founder, or creator needs to know, right? Grabbing attention, building trust, and getting results. That's writing like a hotshot.
That it.
Are we done? No, we got more to go.
We got a lot to talk about today on this topic.
So let's get into it, man.
Yeah.
So what do we got to start with?
So, I mean, like you mentioned some of the things or areas where people can use writing to grow their business and, blogs, emails, newsletters, landing pages, pretty much anything that involves words.
Yep.
This is the episode for you.
And good grammar.
Yeah.
Grammar is like number one.
Grammar is super important. And, I'll give you a tool tip, which is Grammarly. You don't even need to use the paid version. You can just use the free one. And it does wonders. It catches a lot of things. Like it catches it in tools like Canva. It catches it in Word. It catches it in whatever you have it installed, anything where you're using your browser. Yeah. So it's really cool. So
I should start using it. I have a lot of spelling errors.
Yeah, I get those red underline thingies all the time.
It makes it so easy now, right?
I know.
When you're not spelling something right, there's like some beaming thing looking at you, right?
But on the flip side, when it auto corrects on you, like it
drives you crazy.
It does. So, what's our first tip, Jeff? What do you?
First tip. Everyone's got a great BFF. Victoria's my BFF, right?
You mean Virginia?
Victoria.
Our producer, Virginia.
BFF.
Yeah.
This makes it fun. But anyways, Virginia is my BFF, right? You got to know your audience like a BFF. That's tip number one.
Absolutely.
So we always match.
Yeah, we always met. We have purple on today. We both had purple on.
Do you want to get in the camera so everyone can see?
You got to see this right here. Look at Victoria.
Virginia.
I did that on purpose.
We don't even. This is why we don't edit this. It's more fun like this.
And then.
Oh yeah.
It's the red.
And then you got Reagan and Family Feud over here.
With our matching jeans too.
Matching jeans.
I always have the same jeans.
Yeah, we all shop at the same stores.
Yeah.
Right. TJ Maxx or whatever. So yeah, knowing your audience.
I think this is from TJ Maxx. Marshall.
Mine's from Macy's. But anyways,
nice.
Before you write a single word, you need to know who the heck you're talking to.
Right. So it's not just like demographics, though. Like you want to think about your audience in terms of like what their desires are, what their fears are, some of their frustrations, their motivations. Like what do they really want right now? Where are they stuck? What are some problems that you can help them solve? Right.
It's like a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah.
With the exact person you want to help. So. I love this. I know we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but it's not your product or tool. It's the outcome.
Right. A lot of people obsess over, that type of stuff, and they don't understand. Like we're doing case studies now, and in there, it's like people, they're not as interested in the process that you went through. It's important. Yeah. But the key is what's the outcome of the case study. So that's an example of...
That leads into tip 2, right? Writing with features, not benefits.
Right.
Or with benefits, not features, actually. Because who cares? At the end of the day, your software or your tool... It reminds me... Oh, see, I have to bring this up, Venture. The dude that goes around with the bricks, right?
You mean the one that every time he comes up to us, we're like, hey, how... somebody else.
But, it's awesome. There's great features. It's green, et cetera, but who does this benefit? Yeah. So you have to write with the mindset of benefiting your audience, not who cares about features, right?
Right.
Don't tell me what your tool does. Tell me how my life gets better because of it. And that's how you should write.
Right. So, like, for example, you don't want to tell someone that, we have an automated segmentation feature.
What the hell is that?
No idea, right? But instead, like a clearer way of saying that would be send the right message to the right person automatically and grow faster.
Exactly. So good stuff. So knowing your BFF, which is Virginia, And then
we're gonna have to like have her. We're gonna give you a name tag, Virginia.
I'm gonna tattoo it on my forehead.
And then we have, writing with benefits, not features. You want to make sure that's what your audience, your stakeholders care about.
Right.
How about a third tip?
Yeah, so crafting compelling headlines and subject lines. That's something where a lot of people, in email messages especially, but blog posts, newsletters, we see that everywhere.
Yeah, you have this boring title. And you're like, do I really want to read this or not?
I know. It's like, how great am I? We
Yeah.
see those in social media posts all the time.
Yeah. Like,
I'm so honored to have whatever.
I won this award.
Yeah.
Does that help your stakeholders that you won that award? That's great. Maybe give you a little credibility, but who cares, right?
Yeah.
Does your audience really care? So you want to craft compelling headlines. It's the first impression. Now, as a recruiter, I know it's a little bit different, but you link people's LinkedIn profiles.
Mm-hmm.
I look at headlines religiously.
Mm.
Like, if you have a great headline, I'm going to look further. If you have this boring project manager at TJX headline, like...
You mean my headline from 10 years ago?
Well, that was 10 years ago. But, it's like boring. So you have to...
No, you're right. But on the flip side, too, like, we see a lot of people that are like helping small businesses grow bigger, things like that. What are your thoughts on using a headline like that?
That's still boring.
It's too salesy. It's too whatever.
Yeah, it's like everyone helps small businesses. If you're a service provider, you're all doing it. Tell me what you've done. Yeah. Like, what do you, I talk to candidates all the time about their resumes in the recruiting world is accomplishments, not job descriptions. So when you write, talk about accomplishments, how others have benefited from
what you've done.
What you've done, right? That's how sending the right message to the right person is automatically. So punchy, precise, curiosity driven. I love using ChatGPT. Said it right. Just like
you say Virginia, right? Then we'll be
I'm just calling her V from now on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not call her,
easier.
Right? I'll call her my purple twin today. Right? So, I always say to ChatGPT, write a punchy summary, intriguing summary for X, for this, and I'll give the text, and you want something that's punchy because you want to grab people. You want to be the red person in a sea of green people. You want to be that person that stands out. You want your blog or whatever you're writing to stand out too. So what's some examples to craft some compelling headlines? What's a good example of a great headline?
How about, 10 blogging writing hacks that you wish you knew sooner?
Oh, I would love to do that after writing. I think I'm on like 350 blogs right now on the socialconnected.com. I wish I knew more.
Yeah, I mean, blogs, it's a process of learning through that. But yeah, that's a great headline. Another one would be your 3-minute guide to better email marketing.
Yes, email marketing is an interesting one. So I use it a lot for my events. I use it mostly for my events. And capturing people, right? I love to see signups. So that's like action, right? You want to write something that's going to trigger somebody to say, I want to go to this event, not like, oh, this is another one of those emails from the wrong group, right?
Right.
So what's another good one?
Another tip?
Another tip. Yeah, we're on the tip roll right now.
I know. We've got a lot of tips this episode.
Yeah, we're tipped out here.
So here's one. Use a conversational tone when you do your writing.
Yeah, conversational
Unless
tone.
you're writing a book or a novel, right?
Yep.
So, write, and this is a really important one, especially in a world where a lot of content is generated by AI. Write the way you talk.
We're all guilty of it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good we can get into the whole AI thing, but, one of the challenges I see with that is it doesn't sound like it's written by a human. So write like you talk, no corporate jargon, no stiff sentences. Yeah,
It's like the old, sales pitch phone call that you get, cold call.
Yeah, like I got one today. I mean, remember the two of them? I should have put them on speaker, but it's like, I knew what the call was about, and I'm like, I could tell by the tone. I'm just like, can you in one sentence explain what this is. And he's like, oh, I want you to jump on a call so you can learn more about our services. I'm like, not interested. Yeah, I'm like, I don't
care. So see how we talk with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So going back to write like you talk, write with enthusiasm, get their attention. If I have a voice, a positive vibe voice, you're gonna listen.
Right.
If I'm gonna be a negative Nilly and say life sucks, probably not gonna listen to me, right?
Right. No and also, doubt. I mean, you also don't want to sound like you're a press release every time you're talking.
Oh, jeez.
Like that is the. I mean, how many people did we talk to in the last few networking events that we've both been at?
Yeah.
Where it's like, hi, who are you? And they jump into their.
There was one guy last night just went on and on and on. It's like, please, dude.
Yeah. We almost need a rescue me signal.
Yeah, we need Reagan there to butt in.
Right. So don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. No, you know what? This is what Jeff will do is that he'll be talking to someone he's bored out of his mind with, and then he'll find me. He's like, hey, come here. He's like, come meet my friend.
And then I run.
He's like, oh, I got to go get some kombucha.
I'll be back. And you're like, where did Jeff go?
Yeah, and then I'm like, wait a sec. And then I'll be like, hey, I have to go tell Jeff something. It was nice meeting you.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom, and then it's 5 minutes later, they see you talking to somebody.
So you always have to have, when you're using a conversational tone, definitely have some humor, personality.
Right.
Because people love personalities. Just like if you ever wanted to walk in a room and everyone feels awesome, right? You have a great personality, you bring a positive vibe. You want to have a little, I think humor always.
Humor is always good. The challenge that, I'll always warn people about humor is appropriateness is not, it can sometimes be a challenge.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you know your audience. So obviously avoid, which you and I have seen examples of this all the time, where people will do things like political humor or humor that's not really.
You know me, how much I love politics.
Yeah, me too. I can't turn off the 24/7 news stations downstairs.
So cool. How about being clear, concise, and actionable? I know we kind of hit this a little bit. The internet has the attention span of a fruit fly. I love that, right?
Yeah.
I
don't even think it has the attention of a fruit fly. I don't think it's quite there yet.
Yeah, and short, sweet sentences. When we want to be clear, concise. This is I'm going off on a tangent here, right? A German car versus a Japanese car, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just like SAP. This was on my mind, like SAP versus Oracle, or SQL in the tech world. Complicated.
Right.
German engineering is so complicated. That's why those cars break down all the time. Same thing. You want something that's easy, simple language, simple concept. That's the way you want to go across.
Right.
1 to 2 sentences versus. Are you crying?
No, I have an eyelash that got in my eye, and it's driving me absolutely crazy.
You're getting sentimental here. Or something here.
I'm like, oh no, my German car. No, I've never actually owned a German car.
Me neither. Never in my life. So your content doesn't tell the reader what to do next. They won't do anything. It's always people need direction.
Yeah. We say that even on landing pages and things like that. A lot of this kind of goes back to a common digital marketing mistake that a lot of businesses make, which is they will buy ads on either, social media, Google, search engines, whatever, and they bring these ads to their homepage. And people are like, yeah. And I see it all the time. I have no idea, but even today I clicked on something and I realized it was a sponsored result after I clicked on it. Yeah. But it brings me to the homepage. If you're going through the trouble of running ads and paying for traffic, you want to bring them to someplace where they can only take one action and it's very clear what that action is, right?
I think they kind of touched up on this yesterday, one of those presentations at Venture Café about the call to action.
Yeah. You want it to be super clear.
When you're writing something, you want somebody to do something at the end. You don't want to say, oh, that was a great article, and they move on.
Yeah.
You want to have a call to action at the end of your article, right? And how about telling stories, not facts? Hey, there's a shutout, man. Who's a storyteller?
Chuck Goldstone.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Our
Chuck
man.
Goldstone.
Actually, we have a photo where we're the 4 horsemen of Venture Café. You, me,
Victor Lee,
and Chuck Goldstone. So,
shout out to you guys. We'll get that posted soon.
I even told Chuck this morning that I said you'll be coming by in a couple hours, and we're going to shout you out, so he'll be listening.
Yeah,
But we love you, Chuck. He's a great guy.
Episode 36, Chuck. Right. So stories stick. Facts fade.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's why you want to use like real examples and personal moments, customer wins, anything that makes your message feel more human and more relatable.
Not AI centric, right?
Yeah. It's like you don't want AI to generate all this stuff for you and, it looks like it's not you.
It's not. It's like Jeff doesn't say that. No.
Yeah. Right? And that's something that we notice a lot too. Is I'll see people's posts on LinkedIn now, and you can always tell they're long. They have a lot of emojis in them, a lot of the M dashes, and they're like short.
Is that how those little dash things?
Yeah, it's like, and it's not like the real like. So here's the thing, and I wrote a book 5 years ago. I actually published it 5 years ago, and as a writer, I like using the dashes. That's just the way I write.
I know, I use dashes a lot. That's me. That's a Jeff thing. It's not a Chat GT.
But
thing.
Did he say it right?
Come on, Victoria.
You know what we're gonna do? I know. Come on.
What's your name?
Valerie.
No. If I met you and I called you by, if we went on a date or something, I called you Victoria. What would you do?
It's like. I mean, the first time will be fine, but after
the third time, like,
you know what we're gonna do?
Like Jeff is out.
We're gonna have the market like a hotshot drinking game.
Yeah, and we don't.
I know. Like neither one of us drink, but here's the funny part. Yeah, so like we'll have the two producers. Actually, this is a dry. The building's in a dry. We're in a dry campus because whatever.
Boring.
I know. So we'll have to do it somewhere else. Maybe during the live event. But like the drinking game will be every time Jeff says your name wrong.
Yeah.
Drink.
Oh,
every time Jeff says Chat GPT.
Chat TTT.
Chat PTG. Like it's like how many different ways can we?
PG-13.
Chat PG-13. But where we're going with this, to kind of circle back to the point.
To get back. We're getting a little off track here, buddy.
It's a good thing we don't edit our shows because we miss out on all the fun.
I know.
By us not doing this. But with the social media posts, I see that a lot. I tend to like to use dashes when I write, but you see that stuff come out there, and I know like people will go in and now in their prompts, it's like, okay, write me a LinkedIn post about this, 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 and this. Do not use emojis. Do not use not Chat GPT. Do not use M dashes.
It's getting addictive, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I caught whatever you. But it's like, don't use emotion. Don't use emojis.
It's called emojis.
Oh my goodness! All right, don't use emojis. Don't and sound like a human. And then still, but you can kind of tell that it's like people they write a book on LinkedIn, and I don't some people it's legit. It's not like AI generated.
Yeah,
they're just super wordy. But
Wordy's not good.
So where were we?
We're on tip number 7.
Yeah.
Lucky 7. Editing.
Oh, this is a fun one. Editing. Yeah. Because you know what? Nobody writes perfectly on the first try. So I always say writing is rewriting. I know when I wrote my book, I wrote every chapter at least 5 times.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, especially if you're a blogger, even if you're doing an email marketing, a marketing campaign, it's not going to be perfect. Just learn from it.
Right.
Learn from it. And it's the biggest tip in the world I would give anyone is it's just like trying, you're going to skydive for the first time. You may land and smash your body, or you may land nicely with a parachute. You got to try, right? Cut the fluff, tighten your message.
Right.
I hate fluff, man. Just get to the point.
Yeah.
To the point, right?
I know.
Read
it's just like... If it doesn't add, this is a good piece of advice with anytime you're doing any writing, which is if it doesn't add value, don't leave it in there. Remove it. It doesn't stay.
Yeah, it's gone. See, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then, wow, man, that was 7 tips. Is that 7 lucky tips?
Yeah, we're at lucky 7 with the...
Lucky 7? Lucky 7 tips.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's wrap it up. So, few other kind of tangents. Learn like a hot shot, man. We got another course up there.
Yeah, we just added goal setting up there, which is really cool. And then we have another one coming in March. And one of the things we're doing with Learn Like a Hot Shot is the courses, when we put them up there for the first month, we're only charging $10 for them.
That's like the same as a Starbucks coffee.
Holy wow. Yeah, and it's less than a sub over at Subway across the street.
Exactly. You know, a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Da 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 da. Remember that from the last episode?
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning.
And it's just, imagine you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to network. We got one about goal setting. We're going to have others coming up.
Yeah, we have every month we're going to be releasing at least one. So we've got one lined up for March that we'll start releasing. But the cool thing about it is that if you get a course right away, you get to keep that. The course doesn't expire, so you can go back to it
for $10.
Yeah, now. And the other thing, like, here's something that, you know, as we improve the way, like, everything evolves. We take an agile, iterative approach with everything.
Yep.
So we might come up with something with a future course and be like, you know what, let's add a module into networking. Let's add a module into goal setting, or let's add this feature into it. And, you know, as the platform gets better, those features, you'll have access to them if when you purchase the course. You always have access to it.
Good. That was our marketing blurb for the day, but we're wrapping up. Your words are your most powerful marketing tool.
That's true.
Without a doubt. Clarity, confidence, intention, and then it gets easy because you got to do it. I think if you're a marketer out there, you're a content writer. Content writers know this. Just continue to write blogs, generate emails, newsletters, and you're going to get really good at it. You're write like a hot shot. Your audience will feel it.
They will.
They will do it. I'm going to say names here. Virginia and Reagan. Is that true? Right? You're writing like a hot shot. So what's the call to action? And we'll call it a day.
Well, we want you to listen to this episode, and if it really helps you up your writing game, make sure that you hit subscribe, leave a review, share it with your friends, someone that you know that could benefit from what Jeff and I talked about today.
Exclusive tips, behind the scenes. We got the
Hotshot Spring Challenge.
Lose weight, right?
Yeah, I have about 2 months to drop 20 pounds.
Start tomorrow. See you at the gym, 6:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Saturday, right? But you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'll be.
All right.
And you and I will get back to resuming our walks, and once everything's like.
I go to the mall now because it's indoors, right? So, anyways, we're off on a tangent. Marketlikeahotshot.com. Get yourself some grub, some merch. Check out our episodes. We're on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and of course YouTube. I'll close it with this. Apple's pretty popular. A lot of folks at Venture wanted the Apple one. They didn't want the Spotify QR code. So keep that in mind, Fudo. Apple is still relevant.
Well, Apple, next to Spotify, Apple is our second largest network that we're on.
So let's just say this. Give iHeartRadio and Amazon some love.
Yeah.
All right? And we'll call it a day. Marketlikeahotshot.com, episode 36. Write like a hot shot. Have a good day.